And now we're recording with my friend Jesus Christ. I mean, no, he's not Jesus Christ. He's Mr. Ruben from Colombia, Ruben Alvarez. But I mean, he looks like our Jesus. Um, we don't know what are going to be the topics. We don't have an itinerary, but there is something that he mentioned yesterday that really blew my mind. And it was this Tao board, tabla del Tao, the one of ejaculation, like how often you should ejaculate. Could you expand on that, please?
Okay, all this topic, I saw this video, watched this video about this guy. The name of this guy is Master Norberto. You
Okay.
can check that in his YouTube channel. And he mentioned this that according to your age, you can have a specific number of ejaculations, or you have to leave a space between your when you are having sex, a space of days. For
Okay, so
example,
so you can have sex every day, but not come every day.
yeah, you are right.
Okay.
For all depends on your age. For example, if you are a guy if you're a man of 50 years old, you are 50 years old, and you multiply that by two, that number, that means 100, right?
Yeah.
And you divided that number by 10, you get 10, and that number is the number of days that you can ejaculate, that you can have an ejaculation between those days. I was checking that information because, as you mentioned in the previous story that I told you, when I realized of that, I was like, "Oh, I'm screwed up because I
You were
overdo
milking.
it."
You were milking too often.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I was like, "Okay, I have to do something." But then I check a channel of a neurologist in YouTube, and this guy was checking this video, and he was saying that that's not true, because every time that you ejaculate, you can improve your ejaculation and things like that.
So
But
according to this doctor, you can ejaculate more often.
yeah, that's no problem if you have sex every day.
I mean, so far with your formula, is like your age, 20% of your age is the number of how often can you come, right? Something like that. So if you are 25, you can come every
Five
every
every
five
five
days.
day. You
Uh
can have sex every day, but you cannot come.
yeah. Have you tried that thing? I'm going to tell my experience after you, but I want to know what was your experience with having sex but not throwing the milk away.
No, I haven't tried that thing. I think that
Yeah.
is boring.
Yeah. I can tell you, I tried that when I was 21 years old with one of my ex-girlfriends. And yes, you can have sex like for hours, but I feel it's not that healthy for your mental health, more than for your balls or whatever. It's like you feel that you haven't complete the process. And at least in my case, I was thinking about sex the whole fucking day. So I couldn't continue working. So that was my only con that I found.
Even I was checking other videos and things in Reddit, and they mentioned that the thing can be worth. Why? Because if you look on Google, this thing blue balls, when you
Yeah.
are having a lot of sex, or if you are masturbating for a long time and you are not ejaculating, then you feel like a pain in your balls, and that is
Yeah.
worse.
Totally. The blue balls exist. It's a thing. And they mention why it's blue balls because it's like the arteries concentrate so much blood that now they become blue. So, yeah, I think that is quite scary. It's interesting because our friend Ruben, we were talking like he's losing weight because he's throwing too much milk and he's losing amino acids on his milk. Too much milk. So, okay, let's try to jump to our topic. Our friend Ruben is about to start a YouTube channel. You want to give classes to Colombian people, right? Or to people who want to just learn English.
First, I would like to start with people from Colombia, but then I would like to expand my community to other places, to other countries. Or, for example, if I can reach Latinos in USA.
What are the top two or three institutes that you have in Colombia? The top two or three English institutes that you have there?
Okay, even I can be more specific. I'm going to tell you I'm going to tell you the best three institutes here in Medellin. One of them is Smart Academy. The second one it is Colombo Americano, and the last one it is University of EAFIT, Universidad de EAFIT. It's
Now,
a
Medellin,
university.
Medellin is a touristic city, so I assume a lot of people in Medellin they also speak English, or it's not the case.
It's not the case,
Interesting.
and now there are job offers, for example, for waiters in a restaurant or in a bar, or bartenders. They ask you to speak English, but they want to pay you like a Latino.
That's a good. That's a classic. That's a classic business mindset. Yeah, that's happening a
They
lot.
want to pay you at least, for example, 20% more than the minimum salary here in Colombia. But you have to speak like a native English speaker. And that is something I consider myself as an expert in this environment if we talk about call centers. I have more than 3 or 4 years of experience working in call centers,
In
and that's
bilingual,
the
bilingual call
yes,
centers,
bilingual
right?
call centers.
Interesting.
But some call centers they know that you are not a native English speaker, and they allow you to work. And it doesn't matter if you don't have the accent like an American. But there are other call centers that they demand you to speak without accent, without your accent, and they are going to pay you a misery.
Yeah. Even worse, right? So they ask you no accent, but they don't pay you as an American. But something that is interesting about the call centers is that many Indians get these works of call centers, but the Indian sounds like shit. So I think the Latinos have like a big opportunity replacing the huge amount of Indians that are taking over these jobs in US.
Yeah, and this is part of my theory. For example, I think that Indians they can apply for bilingual call centers, but that are located in UK, in United Kingdom, because they have like the same hour, I think. But here in Colombia, Peru, Mexico, we have the same hour from people in United States.
Totally.
So I remember that I worked in a call center. I recall that the schedule was from 2:30 p.m. until 12 a.m. in during midnight.
Yeah.
And after 10 p.m. I had to speak with people from Australian people.
Yeah, how many hours are different there? Like 12 hours, 14 hours?
I know that when in Colombia we have 10, it was 10 p.m. and in Australia it was 8 a.m. But
Holy
the next
shit.
day,
Yeah, totally. Like I guess like 10 hours, right? 10 hours of difference.
yeah,
Yeah,
like 10
holy
hours
shit.
of difference.
How much did you earn as a in a call center with English? So what is the difference if you only speak Spanish and if you speak English if we are talking about call centers?
Okay, are you referring to the job positions?
Yeah,
The
the job position, yes.
okay, for example, the worst thing that can happen to you is to work in a call center in Spanish in Colombia. Why? Because they offer you con- for example, or if you go to take your lunch, they they take out that time from your salary. They pay you
Pretty
all
difficult.
depend according to the hours that you work.
Okay.
But now, if you work in a call center, in a bilingual call center, they offer you better conditions. They can double you, or they can give you the triple of your salary,
Nice.
and they offer you a contract, a full-time contract. Even they respect you your hours to have your lunch, your hours to have your break,
They
and
treat
they
you like
don't.
a human being.
Yeah, and they don't
Nice.
charge you if you go to the bathroom.
Nice, nice. Also, in the other they charge you for going to the bathroom. Interesting. What a
Yeah.
position. So okay, so coming back to the topic. So, what are I mean, at least here in Peru, I see the huge mistake that institute have is that at the end, nobody ends speaking English. And the students they never speak English when they finish these 3 years in the institute. In Colombia, when they finish the institute, do you see people speak, or it's more or less the same story?
It's the same story. If you don't use it, you will forget it.
Totally.
And I was I don't know how to say this, afortunado, fortunately.
Yeah,
Fortunately,
lucky.
when I finished, I was lucky when I finished my program in Smart Academy. I was working in a call center. So I remember that I spoke with a teacher in that place, and that teacher recommended me in other call center that pays more in that
Oh,
moment.
nice. He got you the contact. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's
And
beautiful.
even there is other advantage when we talk about in bilingual call centers that they have a program of referrals. If you refer some people to the call center, and that people they pass over the training program, and they can complete at least 2 or 3 months, you can get a commission.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, because that's what usually they pay to the recruiters. The recruiters get that money, so they are outsourcing that to the same employees. That makes sense.
Yeah, that is other advantage.
How do you want to run your YouTube channel, and what is your strategy? What are you planning to show to promote there to acquire the new customer? What is going to be your strategy?
Okay, at the beginning, I would like to build, and but I would show, I would have two channels. One of them in English and the other one in Spanish, because the people that don't speak English, at least they are going to see the results in the English channel. I'm
Totally.
going to suggest the people, okay, if you want to see my results, if you want to see my outcome, the outcome that you will get, please, in order to apply for a bilingual call center, or even you can get a better salary or a better job, because I realized that there is not only English in these days. You have to have English and a second skill, like we were talking a few days ago, like data analyst or
Totally.
software engineer.
Usually, it's mixing 3 or 4 skills.
A good conversation skills. You can
Yeah.
be a touristic guide, things like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
Not only
Totally.
call centers, because that's there is a meme here in Colombia, or I think this is
English open your doors.
if English open many doors, and
Yeah.
the only door that the English open is call
Yeah,
centers.
yeah, it's
So
funny. Yeah, totally. It's mixing, Like I found that out also with English. It's like when I knew already how to do podcasts. Okay, why we don't do the podcast in English? Kind of makes sense, right? Then the community was also like another thing. Oh, if I enjoy speaking with people, let's do a community. Now this one is the YouTube channel. Oh, I enjoy the YouTube channel. Let's have a guest. We always are acquiring new skills. For example, it's not the same me talking on my podcast than me interviewing the guest. It's a different set of skills that we learn. And that's why, as you mentioned, right, it's not just one thing. Usually, there are like more skills that need to go together.
sorry, Uncle Balta, the call was
Yeah,
cutting off. I
yeah.
couldn't
I
hear
think
you at the end.
we were frozen. Yeah, yeah. No, I was telling you that it's good to always figure it out. What is the next skill that we need, right, to take the business to the next level? So, what topics do you want to cover? Because I want to know. Maybe I can help with something there. But what are going to be the things that you want to talk in your channel?
For example, I was thinking about this title for a YouTube video. One of them is, does your accent matter to apply for a call center
That's a good
or
one.
to have a English position? Or the second one, as you mentioned, advantages and disadvantages in a call center. And for example, most of the call centers here in Colombia, at least if you have, if you make a good research, you can find call centers that works 40 hours a week. But there are other jobs that they work 42 hours or 44 hours a week. So at least you can save 4 hours working in a call center. And there are other call centers that they work only from Monday to Friday. So you have Saturday and Sunday to spend time with your family, your girlfriend, or
Totally.
do other activity.
Do you have to go physically to these places or do you do it remotely?
I hopefully I I would like to do this remotely, but now I'm working in a call center that is near from my home. I'm talking about riding my motorcycle like 20 minutes.
Yeah, okay, okay. Not that much, right?
And but fortunately, this call center they offer a schedule from Monday to Friday, but you don't have to. I don't have to work on holidays. But in
Okay,
other
that's
call
nice.
centers, they ask you to work on holidays. Obviously, they pay you the extra if you work on holidays. But I don't. I consider. I don't like to work on holidays. I prefer to rest in my house or
Yeah,
do
yeah.
other activity.
Yeah, there's like a vibe on holiday that all the families together. If you need to continue working, it's annoying. So what? So this is your idea. Your idea is to start the YouTube channel. Uh, like if you do you were talking about doing this Jesus idea, right? The Jesus
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah,
So
because uh, I have worked in at least four bilingual call centers, and I was no I was well known like the Jesus.
the Jesus, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Doesn't know my name, they name me Jesus.
Yeah, yeah. Well, funny if you do like a Bible study, Bible study with Jesus. That would be also hilarious. But well, if you want to invite me to to your YouTube channel one day to be part as a collaboration, feel free to do it. Are you planning to do like a one to one classes or to sell a system or like a community? What is your plan? How you want to spread English in your country?
Okay, I will share with you my plan step by step. I want to launch at least 10 videos in each YouTube channel in
Nice.
English and Spanish. Then, after the 10 videos, I will release like a PDF ebook to show the people how to learn English and how to apply for different positions and what are the best job positions that you can apply for. The best websites here in Colombia, we have a website that is named CompuTrabajo, and most of the people, I think 90% of the people here in Colombia, they apply
To find
in
your
this
positions.
yes
Yeah,
in this website.
yeah.
But there are other websites like Indeed or LinkedIn, and if you even I haven't paid a lot of attention to Indeed, to LinkedIn, but I create a good profile. At least one or two times a week, I receive a proposal from recruiters to ask me to work in other call center or in remote positions. The thing is that now I started to work. I only have 2 weeks working in this new call center that is about lawyers. Yeah, and hospitals in United States.
Nice. That's nice. So, well, so far that's the plan. What is the bottleneck that you have now? Do you think there is a bottleneck, something that you are trying to improve in the process, or everything is running smoothly?
As you know, I feel glad of doing this because I consider that I am kind of shy in the past. I didn't like to show my face in pictures or in videos, but this is a way to overcome that, I don't
Totally.
know, insecurity.
Yeah.
And I read this book. Uh, I cannot remember the name. Amor Fati. It's a book in Spanish, and that book they have a lot of phrases that encourage you to do things that you have never done. For example, this book mentioned that the day that you die, the only people that you are going to miss, the only people that is going to miss you is your family. Okay, but then the neighbors, they are going to go to eat, they are going to watch a movie after you die. So
Yeah. They don't
you are
care.
not you are not important as you. do the things that you want to do in your life. As that's it.
Yeah, totally, totally. And also, it's like by doing, we get information because when we start a business, most of the data is not available because if all the data were available, somebody else will do it. So sometimes we need to discover our own data by testing little movements in the market.
Even, for example, I remember I asked to Chat GPT, hey, what are the environment for the call centers in the future? Most of the main lines, they are going to be done guided uh, by artificial intelligence (AI). And the worst lines, for example, there are, I don't know if I can say the name of the companies here in YouTube
Oh
because you are going
no,
to learn,
no, I don't think it's a problem. How bad could be, right? Yeah.
is teleperformance. If there
Okay.
is a Colombian guy or girl that is listening this podcast, if you receive a job offer for this call center, try to deny it. Try to look for other option.
Why? Because they are training the AI with the employees. That's the reason, or why?
No, bad conditions and they offer a poor salary.
Okay.
And even there is a line named AT&T. AT&T it is a provider in USA that they offer TV, internet, and phone, but they charge the customers with extra bills, and people most of the time they get mad with you. They take the things personal.
I got you guys. So when you answer the phone, they load all their anger with the employee.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
release
that's
all
cool.
the anger with the employee, and it is a stressful environment to work.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I received this piece of advice long time ago, and I received the two offers to work in this company, but I denied it because I knew the things that I am going to do.
You know, now that you talk about that, you remind me. I follow a lot of pages of call centers, and always they say when the customer is throwing all the anger, and you're an old employee, so you know how to resist.
Even that's one of the things that I like in this current job that I am, and because most of the time I have to speak with lawyers, with doctors, and I'm talking about professional calls. They
Yeah.
don't treat you like a shit. They provide you the information that you need, always in a respectful way.
Nice, nice. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So, if people want to follow you, where can they do it? Is there like an Instagram account and a website? Where do you want people to follow you? So when you launch your YouTube channel, they can join it.
Okay, I haven't created the YouTube channel, but
Okay,
Instagram account.
we can do something when you create the YouTube channel. If you or an Instagram account, if you want, you can share.
Uh, the Ruben 18.
Okay, or let's do something. Send it to me after this by WhatsApp, and I put it in the description below. And also, if you want me to appear on a collaboration, just let me know. And when we do the collaboration, I drop that in the WhatsApp channel.
Okay, perfect, Uncle Balta. I'll do that.
My friend, you have to explore the Jesus thing. You know, this is too bad. You know, the seven powder Jesus. That should be a seven powder Jesus. Okay, my friend. Thank you for your time. As always, we're
In
going
a
to.
future video, maybe I can share the tips that you can get that you can use to have seven power
Okay, I
or
like it. Let's schedule that, perhaps. You know, next call, let's try to do how to do the seven powders with the one and only Jesus.
or how to add a channel this video. But sometimes when the guys in the community or in Baltanet they touch this topic about how to get women, I kind of unnerved in these things because I used to watch a lot of these kind of videos, real social dynamics (RSD). I don't know if you have seen these guys, but these guys they were the first ones to start to with this thing to start a conversation with girls in at the in the middle of the street, in nightclubs, in different environments. Then there was other guy named Alvaro Reyes. He's in Spanish, and he applied the same. He took the same product in English, and he uh, turned that product to do the same things, but during the day.
Interesting.
So
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 during the day, what do you mean? So instead of doing it in clubs, he will do it like
yeah,
in the streets.
in the mall during the day when you are buying your groceries in a
Is
supermarket.
that what they call day
Day
game?
game.
Because is that
Yeah,
that is okay? Can you explain for the people what is day game?
it's the simple fact that you see a girl that you like, and you can start a conversation. I remember there is a guy named Mystery. He used a lot big hats,
Yeah, he's the
uh,
best. He's the one of the best that I have seen.
and he said this quote: "The rule of 3 seconds. Once that you see a girl, you have 3 seconds to start a conversation because after 3 seconds you start to feel afraid, to feel fear of start the conversation. You start to build the worst scenario in your mind. So
You know something extra. That's true, and I will add. Once that the woman see you, you need to interact immediately because a big mistake I have seen guys is like the woman see them, they see the woman, they don't interact, they wait I don't know like 30 seconds and they come back. Usually when you do that, you are lost. Has to be immediately.
yeah, and I cannot remember the name of the other guy. It is a bald guy that lived with Mystery in a mansion. Even they had like a TV channel. I cannot remember the name of the channel, but they had like a TV channel, and they explain all these kind of techniques. But it's very simple. Even when you mix this with the things that Dr. Orion says, you can be like I don't know, Superman, the super seductor.
One thing that I learned from Mystery was the power of approaching to groups of people. Sometimes we as men we want to approach one to one, right? But it's easier when you approach one to many and joining the other groups. I learned that from him. Now that you mentioned Dr. Orion, you know when I mentioned Dr. Orion on my Spanish channel, people in the comments is how do you spell Orion? Orion. They don't know how to write Orion, and I never put it because I want them to never find it. But it's hilarious. Uh it's I don't know if you feel this, but I feel like men are putting too much stress in the finding women thing. I know it's important. We all want to have sex, right? But it's like the more stress we put on that, the harder it becomes.
Yeah, and for example, they start to feel nervous,
Yeah.
and they want to find the best scenario when the girl is alone or when the girl is resting. Let's say that we are at the gym, or if we are in a bar when the girl is talking, I don't know, with her friend, things like that.
Yeah,
Always
yeah.
the men is they are looking for the best scenario, the perfect moment to interact, but
Never.
that perfect moment never come.
Never come, never come. And sometimes the imperfect moment is what make it better because the woman see that you have the courage to do it, right? So if you wait until nobody is around, it's kind of the woman now she feel threatened when you approach. But if there are more people, the woman know that you are very confident.
And as you mentioned, and even I was checking this guy, the Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah,
He was mentioned that if you know that every 10 calls you are going to receive a no, the 11 calls you are going to receive a yes.
yeah,
So you have to try until you get comfortable doing
yeah.
that action.
Yeah, it's learn to reset. And also, I found out that always the person that try the most is gonna be the winner, even if you don't look the best. It's all by repetition. And even guys that look good, they don't try enough. There are a lot of guys that they look good, but the first no, they are discarded from the sexual game.
Yeah, for example, as you know, I'm dating a girl right
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
but
the milf.
I
Yeah,
I think that I stopped doing. I stopped doing to interact with girls, with other girls, to meet new girls. I keep talking with my friends, but in a good, in a friendship way,
Yeah.
not in another way.
We're never late to come back. Even if you have a girlfriend, I would say it's good to keep the game. The game is something that we never want to lose.
Yeah, I don't know how to say this in English. Always try to keep your machete sharp. Mantener el
Yeah, yeah,
machete afilado.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. Always, always sharpen the saw. Always sharpen the saw. That was one of the skills. But yeah, for sure. And it's like how can I say it? It's like sometimes when we know that we can have sex, in a regular basis, we relax too much. So we need to always think in advance. In the same way that companies are always in the hiring process, even if they don't hire employees, we as men, we need to be always, recruiting new prospect, even if we don't want to find a new girlfriend immediately, but just in case, having this plan Bs.
Or talking about a professional way, for example, you have a good job and you feel comfortable doing that activity and you are not acquiring new skills. You feel
Good.
comfortable doing the same
Totally.
activity
Yeah.
and you fall in the comfort zone.
Totally, totally. It's like, and that happen in business, in jobs. It's like, okay, you're doing good now, but what's going to happen later? And trends change. So when a trend change, are we ready for the next trend? Is the question. What is a skill that you would like to improve? What is the skill that you think, okay, if I improve this skill, I acquire this skill, I will go to the next level?
I would say my skill to to make good decisions on Balta, because sometimes I think a lot. I asked a lot to Chat GPT about results, about a lot of scenarios, and at the end, there were two times that I choose the wrong decision. Even I thought a lot.
Yeah,
So that's for example, now that we are talking about the YouTube channel, I was thinking, okay, I have to set a specific date to launch the first video. I haven't done that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Sometimes you just do it. A mindset that I like to apply is I'm going to just do a draft. Voy a hacer un borrador. So I will do a draft. So you're relaxed. It's a draft, right? You do it and then it's ready. Okay, just drop it. So it's like this draft mentality take stress away.
Yeah. Or, and for example, if I take this decision, how can I know that I choose the right decision?
There are many right decisions, I can tell you. It's like honestly, if you have like good energy, you can make even a bad decision become a good decision. So it's just making it fit, there's no like, oh, if I okay, let's do something, give me two or three things that you're analyzing, and let's try to go for them now. So just to give me an example.
For example, I studied industrial engineering. I spent 5 years studying that career, but I haven't applied my career in real life. I only did the internships, las prácticas.
Yeah.
But then um we were in the pandemic in the 2020,
Yeah.
and I started to, because I didn't have things to do. I wanted to bring money to my house. I started in the industry of call centers, and then I realized that there are job offers to industrial engineering, but they offer a low salary, and they
Yeah.
ask you at least for 2 or 3 years of experience
Experience.
in a
Yeah.
specific subject or in a specific software. But I think, okay, but I can have the same salary working in a call center
Yeah.
and with better conditions. I don't have to work on Saturdays. I work on from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and that's it.
What happened a lot with engineers, with doctors, is that are professions that are kind of a status professions. So a lot of people are willing to receive like a lower wage just because they want to be a doctor or engineer, just for the title. So corporations are smart. Say, oh, there are plenty of engineers and doctors coming to the market. Let's try to use their status need to lower the wage that they should receive. Working on a call center, you don't have a status there. You cannot flex. Oh, I'm a call, like, oh, I'm the best call center. Even if it's cool, right? But since there's no status, the corporations need to pay more, and that makes it more attractive.
Yeah, it makes sense that you mentioned.
Totally, totally. It's like there are a lot of. It's like a personal trainer, like a personal trainer doesn't earn that much money. But why it's cool? Because you are surrounded with the women. You have these little perks. But since the corporations understand these perks, now they will reduce you the ways that they pay you. So, but we were talking about the decision. So, okay, one was working as an engineer, the other was the call center. Um, what is the other one? Do you have another option there or no?
Can we work with those two? And then if I recall the last one, I'll let you know.
I like the call center 1,000 times, not just for the reasons that you mentioned, the money and the conditions, but also it's because you acquire the skill of selling, and the selling skill is perhaps one of the most important ones.
Yes, most of the time, if you are a doctor, if you are an engineer, if you want to offer your services, you have to be good at sales.
Yeah, yeah, totally. And what I will try to do is just a crossover later. Once that you become good at selling, okay, what concept I learned in engineer that I can extrapolate here? I'm going to mention this story on my YouTube channel in Spanish about the guys who invent the airplane. Were not engineers, were not people sponsored by the government, were two brothers that they were bicycle mechanics. Imagine, bicycle mechanics invent the airplane. So sometimes the person that is not supposed to be the professional is the one that ends creating the solution.
But I recall that story. And
Yeah,
there is a thing that I apply from engineer that is the law of Pareto. I don't know if you have
yeah,
heard about that.
totally. That's
The
everything.
the 20% of the things that you do, it results in the 80 of the outcome.
Totally, totally. You want to always find this 20%, and sometimes you want to find the 20% of the 20%. So you're like, what is exactly this 20? Because I can tell you that there are people that are overdoing things. I used to overdo. I still overdo things, but long time ago I used to do like one YouTube video in Spanish every day, sometimes even two per day. No, let's just do two per week. And instead of thinking how can I work more, is how can I leverage more everything that I do? That's a better question.
Okay, and now that you mentioned that, even I don't know, I consider myself I like a kind of creative person, but the name of the channels would be YouTube Jesus English 1 and Jesus English 2. In the Jesus English 2 channel, I will speak in English, but I don't want only speak about call centers. For example, I would like to share my routine in the gym, but doing in English because there is there is this is something that happen in most of the call centers. Uh, all depends in the industry that you are working at. For example, if you are working in the industry of insurance, you will get a lot of vocabulary of insurance. But then when you start to work in a second industry, or if you have a conversation with a gringo or with a person that speak English, but they want to speak about other topic, then you are screwed up because you only
Yeah,
know things about insurance. You don't have more vocabulary.
right. Yeah, yeah.
So I would like to share other things in the YouTube channel in English. As I mentioned, how to ride a motorcycle in a good way, how to try the routine to increase the size of your back, of your biceps,
Of
things
your
like that.
member, of your member, yeah. I mean, I can tell you is that what you're planning to do is the best that you can do because some people tell you no, you need to specialize in one topic. No, because when you are talking with friends, you talk about different things. So in the same way that you will talk with a friend, I would like you to talk to the YouTube audience. Like imagine that you are with your friends from a school, university, you are talking with them, the same vibe. Try to play there.
Yeah, even I recall when I was in the Smart Academy, I was well known because I used to translate slangs in Spanish to English,
Okay.
and always the teachers they start to laugh a lot. Se empezaban a reír.
Yeah, yeah,
But
totally.
it was very funny.
No, and you can do the opposite also. I do the opposite in Spanish. For example, fuckable, right? The word fuckable exists. So I say in Spanish, fornicable. You know, when I say fornicable, that's so hilarious. You know, so I mean, the benefit of jumping from English to Spanish and vice versa is incredible. It's a lot of it. So, okay, my friend, was good to have you here. We're going to have more collaborations. Follow my friend Ruben. I'm going to drop his IG account in the comment section. I will release this episode perhaps tomorrow in the morning. So tomorrow in the morning, I'll give you the link, my friend.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, let me
Bye.
drop this thing. Detener. Give me a second.